Hi again. For today, we're going to be talking about media ethics at work. Chapter 11, Face to Face with Facts. So, in this story, it talks about Becky, who is a graduating senior, who has to write a story about something locally. And so she connected with swimming because she used to swim, and so she wanted to write about their swimming program. So she is actually a blogger for the Pine Hill blog, which also puts up information on their website. And so during her undergrad studies, she also taught swimming lessons, and so that became the topic of her research and her inspiration to write her story for her class. And so whenever she talked about the swimming program, she talked about how they would always have to take bus rides and how it would take longer for them to get to swim practice because they would have to take the bus rides, and then they would have to change clothes, and it would be less time for them to get practice with their coaches. And so she got all this information about how swimming lessons were going and how African Americans are less likely to drown, and also how she wanted to change things, or like the demographics of the swimming lessons. And so her goal of the story was to educate and inform the public about the experiences that the local and inner city kids have. And so she met with challenges because she didn't know if she should publish the whole story of like what she thought, or if she should just leave it open for people to decide or make their own comments and ideas of the swimming lesson program. So she didn't know if she should put some things or everything. And so then she ended up talking with her roommate, and she talked with some other people, and she talked with a journal writer that was actually a professor of hers. And so she ended up leaving it a little bit open for the public to make their own like idea of what is really happening. And so she left it where you could comment below. And so there were two different comments that were contradicting of each other. And so that was a good way for the public to understand what really was going on and like how everything was going, and presenting the facts. And so as you go through the story, it talks about tools and ideas that you can use. And so one of them was do no harm and maximize harm. So you want to balance the public's need of information. So you want to, it's kind of like, I believe in chapters 5 or 6, it's basically not telling everything, but also giving enough information to let the public know what's going on. So it's kind of like a tug and pull. And so I kind of liked that. And so it kind of just gives an idea of how you can write a story, but also leave it up to the audience to have an idea of how they put the story in their head. So I really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed how they put comments. They let them comment below. But yes, thank you again, and see you next time.